Alright, hello everybody and welcome. Today we are just going to make a quick video reacting to the comments made, I believe today, by Deanthony Thomas and Josh Huff, and we're doing, it's late and stuff, but we just wanted to do it while it's kind of fresh in our minds and stuff. So, I'll let you read the comments.
Okay, so this is today to a reporter. Josh Huff says, "I don't want to play in a Rose Bowl unless I'm playing for a national championship." That's what Josh Huff said. Deanthony Thomas said, "It's not a big deal at all." Thomas told reporters, "We already won a Rose Bowl, so it feels like whatever."
Right. And those, I think we both just kind of find them troubling and on a lot of levels, and it's just you. I mean, you just that is not the message at this point that you want to send, and you need at this point you need a leader. You need somebody to step up and say, "Hey, there's still games on the schedule that have to be played, and we're going to try and get better from this." Like something, Tim Tebow comes to mind for us. What would he have done? He would have said, "Hey, we're gonna get better from this, and we're going to no one's ever gonna work as hard as us now. Don't just let it. Just don't give up. Because for one thing, the season isn't even over, and I mean, so yeah, and the other point that I think is incredibly important is it's a very selfish thing to do, because maybe Deanthony Thomas and Josh Huff, well, sure, you won a Rose Bowl, but you know what? This isn't a individual. This isn't tennis or boxing or golf. This is football. And to be honest, I can't even remember I don't think many players from that Rose Bowl are even still on the team. So no, you haven't really won a Rose Bowl. Even your quarterback, Marcus Mariota, he wasn't even a member of that Rose Bowl team, and he was the best player on that team, and on this team rather, and he's the Heisman candidate. So yeah. Anyway, what do you say?
It's a very poor attitude, and it's going to affect the rest of the team, I think. I mean, and they've already basically given up. I mean, they're still in the national championship hunt. It'd be a long shot, but you never know, and you go out and you'd give 100%. You try to do the best you can, and maybe, some of the other teams lose, and, they still could be national champions, but beside the fact, even if that was totally out, which it's not, Rose Bowl is something to be proud of, and it's always, you give 100% on the field no matter what, whether you've got a Rose Bowl shot or maybe, even if you were a 500 team, your last game you should give 100% and try to win it and do the best you can. That's the point.
And you appreciate that more than anybody because you were a fan when Oregon wasn't even very good. And I think nowadays people are so stubborn and spoiled.
Well, they're spoiled. If Ducks don't go undefeated with a national championship, it's some kind of a failure or something. I mean, I know it's disappointing. I mean, obviously we didn't want to lose to Stanford, but
I'm extremely disappointed. But I guarantee, if I was on that team, I would not. I would make sure. I would have been the one making sure everybody was still.
And Ryan said that during the game at Stanford too. He said if he was on the sideline, he would be yelling at those guys, telling them to stop.
They were crying during the stinking game.
Yeah, get out there and fight and get going and do the cry after the game. I mean, we don't need to be giving up.
The game wasn't even over yet. Yeah. It's like they gave up during the Stanford game.
Again, but yeah. So now, what does the coach do? What does the coach do?
I think he's got to. I think Coach Helfrich, we're gonna find out a lot about him here. I think he's got to send a message say like that. This isn't going to be tolerated. That kind of attitude in our program, and they gotta sit him out. I think suspend him, I guess, for at least a game. I mean, you cannot allow that.
I would say at least a game, and then he's the only one that would know if they changed their attitude. But if there was no really change in attitude, you do the rest of the season. I mean, he knows the history with the guys, and maybe, but you got to sit him down a game though, at least, and probably the rest of the season, and just. Deanthony wasn't even playing most of the season anyway. They still won. They lost the game he played. I mean,
the game he freaking
so
came
it's like
back.
I think the Ducks are better without Deanthony. But anyway,
he's not. He's a disappointment this year. He's not what he was.
Well, he got injured, but when he did have a chance to play well, he did fumble on the 5-yard line, and it's kind of a it's like that's everybody fumbles. So but you pair that with the lack of blocking. An easy block in the Stanford game.
The year prior.
And it's just...
There was a block where if he would just simply...
He doesn't have I don't know. No. He's fast, and he's talented, but he needs a head on his shoulders.
He does not have a leader. And it just makes me sick, because there's just nobody who's going to motivate. And the coach, maybe it's him, but he doesn't really strike me as that kind of person. He doesn't really strike me as a fiery competitor kind of guy either. But anyway, we're going to find out about him.
Yeah, we'll see. And Chip with Blunt. Chip had a problem first game, played terrible. I think he had 8 yards rushing the first game against Boise State. And Blunt's the guy. And Chip, he sent a message. He suspended him for the year right there.
And that was a risk because he was a good player.
So
and I
anyway,
think Chip probably would have he would have done something about this too. But
I think Chip. But anyway,
I think that's beside the point. But anyway, let us know what you think about what they said, their comments, and if you agree with us, and because I've been putting a lot of thought into this. What is Oregon's issue? Is it the line? Is it just addressing the line? Is it just a lack of leadership? I don't really even know for sure what the biggest issue is, so definitely leave a comment. Have a good one.